A bizarre arrest in Polk County. A woman is facing felony charges for pretending to be a registered nurse and performing procedures like facelifts and stem cell injections at a Winter Haven weight loss clinic. The Doctor Drop It Like It's Hot weight loss clinic. That's right, that's the name of the place. Is located on Cypress Gardens Boulevard in Winter Haven. That's less than a mile from Lakeland, and Sheriff Grady Judd says some members of his own department have been to that clinic. 39-year-old Jessie Lopez was arrested at the Drop It Like It's Hot clinic today. She's charged with 6 counts of unlicensed practice of health care.
She's under arrest because she said she's a registered nurse. I call her a CRN instead of RN. CRN means criminal right now.
The sheriff's office says they were contacted earlier this year by investigators with the Drug Enforcement Agency and Department of Health. Now, the DEA says Lopez was also advertising a medical marijuana consultation company called Dr. Compassionate 420 on her social media pages. Investigators also found images of Lopez handling syringes, a laser machine, and a scalpel on her public profiles. They say there's more video of Lopez using a scalpel to cut off a male patient's mole. Now,
so at the end of the day, it's important to understand that people trust their health care providers. They trust people who are going to help them lose weight legally, legitimately, and in a healthy way.
Last week, undercover detectives went to Drop It Like It's Hot to ask Lopez about the vampire facelift procedure and weight loss. The sheriff says she described to them the facelift process as well as laser procedures and stem cell joint injections. All would be allegedly performed by Lopez herself, even though Drop It Like It's Hot has a licensed medical doctor on staff. That doctor is also facing charges tonight for knowingly employing an unlicensed person in the practice of nursing. Now, this is a picture of the doctor with his employee, Jessie Lopez. The only license held by Jessie Lopez in Florida is a pharmacy technician license, which expired more than 3 years ago. Sheriff Judd is asking for anyone else who might have been treated by Lopez at the Drop It Like It's Hot clinic to reach out to Polk County investigators. The sheriff also wants everyone to use this crime as a reminder that you can verify anyone's medical license on the Florida Department of Health's website.